Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. Joining us right here is Rob Burbank from the Appalachian Mtn Club. Rob, how are you?
I'm well, Rob. How are you this morning?
I am doing very well, Rob. We're just going to do this all show. We're just going to use our names all show. So let's talk about, you've got a lot to talk about today. So, but one thing I just want to start off with the Appalachian Mtn Club and just kind of give a little bit of an overview about what the Appalachian Mtn Club is. We in the Valley know it, but some people don't realize that it's much further reaching than right here in the White Mountains.
Yeah, I guess in a nutshell, AMC, the Appalachian Mtn Club, is the original conservation and recreation organization here in the U.S., founded in 1876. And so we've been helping people make a closer connection with the outdoors for over 100 years. And folks do know, that we are active here in the Mount Washington Valley area. We've got the Joe Dodge Lodge and Pinkham Notch Visitor Center in Pinkham Notch with all kinds of programs and lodging options. And over in Crawford Notch, we have the Highland Center at Crawford Notch with programs and lodging and educational programs. And but yes, you're right. We actually serve folks throughout the Northeast and even the Mid-Atlantic regions. So one of the latest things we're up to is a project called the Maine Woods Initiative, which is a conservation initiative that brings together outdoor recreation, resource protection, sustainable forestry, and local community partnerships in the 100-mile wilderness region of Maine. That's nice. Over near like Moosehead Lake area, Greenville area. And so the latest component of the Maine Woods Initiative is the opening of the new Medawisla Lodge and cabins, which we just opened on July 1st.
And we've got some nice photos here as you're talking about it, and just looks incredible.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place, and it's right on Second Roach Pond. There are all kinds of recreational opportunities. You can listen to the loons, you can watch the moose, you can watch the bald eagles that are right there at Second Roach Pond, and there's a growing network of recreational trails. We have, I believe it's 130 kilometers of trails for hiking, cross-country skiing, and mountain biking, which is something relatively new, and it's a great feature at Medawisla. We've got some family-friendly mountain bike terrain as well as some single track that's a bit more challenging. Yeah. And of course, hiking, some great hiking in the area. And in the wintertime, Medawisla and our two other lodges are connected by ski trail. You can cross-country ski from lodge to lodge, stay in a different lodge each night, have your own private cabin, have your meals prepared for you, dinner and breakfast, and then we'll put up a trail lunch for you to take on the trail.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
So yeah, it's just a wonderful opportunity. Our two other lodges up there are called Little Layford, and the other one is Gorman Chairback, and they all are just in a wonderful part of the country. Every time I go there, I think it's magical. That's the word that just keeps coming, is magical. So it's a wonderful place. We're really excited to have Medawisla open. And I should mention, Rob, that we have the word club in our name, the Appalachian Mtn Club, but you don't need to be a member of the AMC to visit these lodges or to take a program or to have a meal or to do anything, get involved with any of AMC's activities. We welcome folks to become members.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you don't necessarily need to be a member to come and enjoy the offerings.
That's great. Now, if somebody wanted to go up to Medawisla, did I pronounce that right? Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. How would they do that? How do they make reservations? How do they find out more information about that?
Well, you can go online. You can go to outdoors.org/Medawisla, and there is a box where you can pick your dates and find out availability and so forth. And you can make a reservation request online right there, or you can also make a reservation request at AMC Lodging at outdoors.org, or you can call our reservations line. We have a couple of numbers for that. The one that I'm most familiar with is 603-466-2727, and the folks there can tell you all the details and help you arrange, a stay and arrange the details.
And that's obviously open year-round, if it has winter involved.
Well, there's times in the spring and times in the fall when we'll be closed, because access with the spring road conditions can be challenging. But I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the really neat features of Medawisla is that you can drive to Medawisla in the winter, which can't be done with our other two lodges.
Yeah.
So most folks will ski in. You can also snowshoe in. But for Medawisla, you could ski or snowshoe in, or you could drive in
and then go to the others from there.
And then go to the others from there, or just
great.
ski around Medawisla, because there are plenty of trails to ski on.
Well, that sounds. I mean, it just looks beautiful up there.
Gorgeous.
And you know, you're in like you said, it's magical. It's a different world up there. And you said it's only about 4 hours from here. I was thinking it was a little bit further, but that's very reasonable.
About 4 hours to Greenville, and then about another 40 minutes to Medawisla itself.
Yeah, but that's not unreasonable for a great weekend or week or whatever you want to do up there.
There's so much to do. You can come for several days and find something to do all the time. I mean, AMC over the course of the last few years has acquired nearly 75,000 acres of forest land, which we're keeping open for the public to use for recreation forever. Yeah. So it's a great recreational opportunity.
That's awesome. And let's just, we'll finish up and touch base on some of the activities going on right here in the Mount Washington Valley and the White Mountains with the Appalachian Mtn Club.
Right. We have the lodges at Crawford Notch and Pinkham Notch, the Highland Center at Crawford Notch and Joe Dodge Lodge and Pinkham Notch Visitor Center in Pinkham Notch on the White Mountain National Forest. And we do evening programs in the summer, you know, interpretive programs, slideshows, programs about White Mountain history and natural history and that sort of thing. Those are free and open to the public every evening. And we also do day programs with our naturalists. You might go out for a walk with a naturalist to learn about, the flora and fauna of the area. And one of the things that's very popular right now is astronomy programming at Highland Center and Joe Dodge Lodge and at Gorman, Chairback, and Medawisla as well. We have folks with telescopes. You can stargaze in the evening, but you can also watch the sky during the daytime as well, and they'll point out the features in the sky that you can see. And that's thanks to a partnership that we have with Carthage College, and we're into it for several years now. It's been really, really popular and really, really fun and educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping, we hear that there's supposed to be northern lights. Well, they said perhaps last night and tonight and tomorrow, so might be a good spot to go and check out the northern lights.
Sure
up there.
sounds like it. Sure sounds like
we're going
it. And then we've got the eclipse coming up next month.
Oh, right.
So, so there's a lot going on. And, we welcome people to come up and take a program. One of the cool things about the Highland Center is if you are a guest at the Highland Center, or if you're taking a program with us at the Highland Center, and you need some gear, like, maybe you need a fleece because it's chilly, or maybe, your footwear isn't quite up to snuff. We have all kinds of gear that we can loan out for free. And that's thanks to LL Bean that made a huge donation. So we have the LL Bean Gear Room.
That's great.
And we can provide folks with just about anything they may need in the way of clothing and gear.
So you can't use that excuse, well, I don't have the right gear. Well, that's great. Well, Rob, thanks so much for coming by. I mean, it just sounds like the AMC, I love the fact that you're saying the new 75,000 acres. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Well, and it's exciting because, this is land that will be open now to the public for recreational use forever. We have easements to guarantee that, and we welcome people to come up and enjoy it and get out and explore and enjoy.
That sounds great. Well, Rob, thanks again for coming by.